Hi there. My first question is about your third recommendation with regards to having the CRA inform people when they're getting a benefit that their income has reached a threshold that it might influence or affect their eligibility for other benefits. I feel like there wasn't really much in the report about that. I was just hoping you can expand a little bit about where that recommendation came from and I guess what inspired it and what you're hoping the CRA will do to remedy it.
Thank you for that question. Actually, we were planning to have a chapter on this issue. It's because of the GIC. So when the Parliament was actually as took this issue very clearly, there was a debate in Parliament. We felt that okay, there's no longer to have a full chapter with recommendations in regards to the GIC situation. Because the people were receiving emergency benefits, it increases their income, and then they saw their GIC diminished because of that. And it was they were already seniors, most of them in a not unstable, but in a financial situation that was difficult. So to see their GIC reduced or eliminated because they received funding through the PCU, for instance, actually CERB, the confusing acronyms in French and English, so CERB, it was a difficult situation. But Parliament so that's where it came from. So when we saw that Parliament has actually taken a position on this, that the government issued a solution in regards to the number, I believe it's $742 million that were provided, and therefore eliminating the confusion with seniors that applied for CERB benefits and also that saw their income increased and therefore the GIC reduced. There was no need for us to spend too much time on that issue. But we thought it over, and we thought that it might happen again in the future, and also it may also have an impact on provincial benefits as well. I'm going to take, for instance, when the new dental plan was just issued was voted last month. And when it came into play, one of the questions I asked the CRA in regards to the dental plan was about, okay, will it increase the income of those that apply to the dental plan, and will they see their income increase and therefore their benefits being reduced in consequence? And I've been told that no, it won't have an impact on the income. Okay, so that's good for the dental plan. Now, what about the new $500 for the leasing that was just issued as well this week? So these are the type of questions that we can see coming forward. We ask questions in that regard, but it's that recommendation is just to make sure that they think it over, to be clear with Canadians. It's not my job to say that it should or should not have an impact on people revenue, but at least to be clear that if you apply, then it may have an impact on your revenue, and check with your provincial programs. So check with your ask questions before applying, and then have a bad surprise at the end of the day. I hope I answered your questions.
Yeah, thank you for that. And my second question is about your comments earlier just now about non-filers, and that's something that a lot of advocates and experts raise, is that there are people who just don't even file their taxes, and that influences benefits that you can receive. I'm wondering why you said that that's an ongoing issue, and that's correct, but I'm wondering why it's not one of the recommendations in the report.
Because I'm not ready to make one. It's as simple as because I'm not sure, as an agent of change, this is something that I really want the CRA to do something. I'm not sure exactly why, what, Because, okay, so right now, they have and we've analyzed all the programs that the CRA have, and it's all based on population, like identified population. Could be First Nations, it could be seniors, could be youth, could be new person arriving in Canada. So it's a very eclectic group, the population of non-filers. What we know, though, when I go throughout Canada and I meet with, well, now I can actually go, but I've met with many organizations online. The NGOs that I've met with, they deal with those people. They deal with population that are extremely vulnerable, and for them, doing their taxes is the least of their concern. It's just one other aspect in their life that is not being taken care of. They have mental issues, they have literacy issues, they have health issues, they lack of education. There's people living in the street. There's a word for that. There are so many issues that they can that they have to take into account, but receiving the benefits that they are entitled to is something that maybe not a life changer, but it can be one of the tools that would help those vulnerable population to get out of the situation in which they are in. So how do we transmit the message? It's not the agency by doing an ad in one of the major newspapers. That's not going to be enough. It's not through my office, certainly not an office of 30. We don't have the money to do that. So how is it? And so what kind of recommendations that we can provide that will actually make a difference at the end of the day? That's what I'm looking into with the help of NGOs and with academics as well. That I've met a lot of academics in the country that deals with this issue, and we're still trying to fully understand the problem and actually propose concrete solutions. So that's why there's no recommendation this year.